The scheduled shuffled season of Uconn women's basketball continues tonight with a game postponed for New Year's Eve. It's the 10th-ranked Uconn Huskies against the DePaul Blue Demons, live from Chicago on SNY. A look at the Big East Conference standings entering tonight shows Uconn leading the pack, undefeated in conference play, but DePaul is right behind, their only loss being an overtime loss at Marquette 2 weeks ago. The Blue Demons try to nudge the Huskies aside as we move toward the final month of the season in play. And some good news tonight off the top. Kristen Williams, who's missed the last 3 games in COVID protocol, will play tonight for Uconn, and not only that, she's in the starting 5 at tip-off. And AZ Fudd is in uniform, has warmed up, and Gino hopes to get Fudd a few minutes in tonight's game. And all that said, we say hello from Chicago, from chilly Chicago, with Megan Como. I'm Alan Bestwick. Tough test tonight. DePaul brings in the nation's highest scoring offense. Huskies have made their name on a stingy defense this season. How do you see that matching up?
Well, I think, and we've said this before, whichever team imposes their will better is going to come out on top. I mean, gosh, DePaul is so difficult to defend because the way they play. They're up-tempo, they shoot lots of threes, they share the basketball really well, they get on the offensive glass. They're simply relentless. Uconn has got to pick and choose their spots when they run, play great defense. They really got to box out and rebound the basketball.
And that's the bigger picture. There's also a couple of really interesting personal matchups to watch out for tonight as well, especially the bigs.
Well, I'm really excited for this matchup tonight. Now, Olivia Nelson-Ododa, the last 5 games have been the best of her career. And you know what? The senior is going to really be challenged, oddly enough, by a freshman. Anissa Morrow is one of the best players in the country. Yeah, I said players, not just freshmen. She is an unbelievable scorer, 15 consecutive double-doubles. She leads the country. She leads the country with 5 offensive rebounds a game. She's a rebounding machine. She keeps the game simple. She just plays hard. She grabs rebounds and puts them back up and in. It's going to be an incredible matchup inside. I
think so, for sure. Be an exciting one tonight. A lot of talk back east. We know about a storm coming. Weathering the storm has kind of been the theme of these last 6 weeks for the Uconn women's basketball team. They'll try to keep that theme going successfully tonight here in Chicago. Tip is next. A matchup tonight in Chicago of 2 great programs, a matchup of 2 coaching legends. Gino Auriemma, whose teams have won their last 166 straight conference games. And on the opposite sideline tonight, Doug Bruno in his 36th year leading the program here at DePaul. Look at that record. The one thing that stands out for him is that bottom line, and he'd like to change it tonight. It's DePaul in the home whites as we look at our starting lineups presented by Subaru of New England. We mentioned Anissa Morrow, plus a very experienced guard crew led by Lexi Held and Deja Church and Sonia Morris. On the Uconn side, you see Kristen Williams back in the starting lineup tonight. She'll go with Mule, Ducharme, Juhas, and Nelson-Ododa. The weather is bitterly cold. Folks are staying home. It was a rescheduled game on short notice. Teams are going to have to bring their own energy to the building for this one tonight, and we're underway here in Chicago. Uconn in the visiting national flag blue uniforms, red and white trim. DePaul in the home whites with the royal blue and red trim. Morrow tried to draw a foul call, did not get one.
Really good box out by DePaul.
Here's Morrow with the ball to Held. Morris at the free throw line, a floater for a bucket. The senior Sonia Morris from St. Louis.
Uconn worked on that today. They'd rather give up a 2-pointer as opposed to a 3.
The trademarks of this Doug Bruno program at DePaul is pressure, defensive pressure.
Yeah, they like to make the game fast. Lots of possessions, lots of pressure.
Whistle a foul as the pass went inbound to Dorka Juhas, and it is going to be Darian Rogers who gets called. All Big East freshman team a year ago, and she was the one who did a lot of damage when this squad visited Gamble Pavilion a season ago. Bodies on the floor already. This is going to be a hard-fought game. This should be an exciting game. And again, I feel for the players because of the weather and the atmosphere and the rescheduling.
We just happen to be playing.
There's Rogers, who tried to intercept the floated inbound pass to Nelson-Ododa.
2 times in a row, she deflected the ball away. Good pressure defense by the freshman.
I said Rogers, that's Morrow. Beg your pardon. Sengoda. Works Morrow. Picked up her dribble. Morrow almost got the steal. Here's Mule. Shot clock running down. Shot won't go. Fought for the rebound. And there'll be a foul. That'll be called on Dorka Juhas, reaching in to try and get the semi-loose ball.
Not a pretty start to the game. You know, we talk so much about the offense. It's been a defensive effort so far for DePaul, making it difficult for Uconn to get into any sort of flow and run their offense.
Defended by Mule. 10's there. Way outside. That shot rattled around and out, crashing the boards from her own miss. And it's going to be DePaul basketball. Anissa Morrow showing why.
Yeah, I mean, that's the relentlessness I was talking about. The shot goes up. What does Nelson Adota do? She doesn't box out. That's inexcusable.
Inbound pass to Deja Church. She couldn't get the up and in. Kristen Williams ahead of the pack, but who was back defending? Morrow was. Nelson Adota. Patience and the bucket. The first points of the night for Uconn.
She just goes directly to the hoop, you know? She doesn't waste her time. There's no wasted movement.
And she is obviously locked in for the start of this one. Mule short on the 3 attempt, and the rebound will be grabbed by Sonia Morris. Rogers defended by Juhas. Held. A step back. Good defense by Kristen Williams. Rogers. In tomorrow, who gets the bucket. As advertised so far, the freshman Anissa Morrow. Juhas couldn't post up inside. Now Ducharme. And he's going to get called for travel as she lost her grip on the ball.
And she did shuffle her feet.
So a tentative start for Uconn. Is that fair? Maybe even a polite term?
Yeah, I think you're being kind. Sloppy is a word I would use.
4-point DePaul lead. From 3, no, off the mark. This time Ducharme is there for the rebound for Connecticut. Not touched all the way into the lane. Kicks it to Mule. Nelson Adota. Had it knocked out of her hands by Morrow. Gets her own rebound. Missed. Juhas with the offensive glass. Here's Ducharme. No. Yes, actually.
That was terrific hustle by Dorka Juhas to get the offensive rebound and kick it out to Ducharme.
Sonia Morris. No, that was kind of a cool bounce. Kristen Williams back on the floor. First time in 3 games for the Huskies. Juhas puts it on the floor, banks it off glass.
That was just a textbook play. Get your defender off their feet, nice strong dribble, and use the backboard.
Continuing that theme of doing something to positively impact this team in the early going of games we've seen the last several weeks. Errant shot there by Church. Mule all the way end-to-end right through the defense.
When I talked about they're going to pick and choose their spots, that's how Uconn wants to run. Get the ball up the floor. Nice fast break layup. Timeout
by DePaul. Doug Bruno with an incredulous look at that last play as his team comes toward the bench. A 7-0 Uconn run over less than a minute. 9-6 Huskies. Couple of longtime friends. Gino Auriemma, Doug Bruno coached together the Olympic team, USA Basketball's international team. Longtime rivals as well. And they meet again tonight here on a cold, frosty night in Chicago. Maria Marino's first report of the game tonight brought to you by Toyota. Go ahead, Maria.
Thank you, Alan. Well, Kristen Williams is back after a 3-game absence due to COVID-19. She told me it was her first time having COVID, and she had symptoms. She said she really didn't feel well, and spent most of her time sleeping, but she's told me it was really weird just not being with her teammates. Pretty much her whole career, save for one game, she's been available. Knowing she might not get her usual minutes tonight, she's just looking to make a positive impact on the game and get her win back, because earlier today was only her second time practicing with the team since being out.
Yeah, don't know how many minutes we'll see. I have a feeling that if Kristen is able to play the way that she and the coaching staff want her to be able to play tonight, she'll be out there as much as possible.
Well, it all goes on how she feels. If she's not feeling well or tired, he'll take her out.
So a 7-0 run by the Huskies over 52 seconds. Turn the deficit into an advantage. Now off the timeout, here's Sonia Morris. Dorky Uhas with a good rebound over Dages Church for DePaul. Mika Mule calling signals. Lavina Westbrook into the game for Uconn. Managed to save that. Shot clock down to 7. Mule to Westbrook. That'll be a travel.
Yeah, she did. You know, that's that tentativeness that we've seen with Westbrook lately. She had the shot. Shoot it. She just shuffled her feet when she tried to put the ball on the floor.
Hannah Purcell into the ball game for DePaul, wearing number 14.
Now Uhas has the assignment of trying to guard Morrow in the lane.
Here's Morris over Mule. Kristen Williams there for the rebound. Ducharme cuts. Beautiful pass from Dorky Uhas.
What a textbook play. Great backdoor cut, noticing she was being overplayed on the wing, and what a pass from Uhas at the high post.
Purcell, defended by Ducharme. Morrow trying to find some position on Dorky Uhas under the glass. Going to be a foul on Mika Mule, her first of the ball game.
So you see the defender 14, she was overplayed. Really, I mean, the freshman Ducharme, what a good read. Savvy read for a first-year player, and what a pass. That's being on the same page.
So again, first foul from Mule. Rogers, Mule is down under the, that's Ducharme down under the basket. I think she might have caught an elbow in a rebound attempt.
It's a physical game in there. The nice pass, and then you just see the left elbow of Morrow inadvertently whacked her in the face.
So she will go to the bench, and Azzi Fudd will make her first appearance on the floor for Uconn after missing 12 games with a lingering foot issue. Gino again hoping to get her some minutes tonight, especially for her three-point shooting range. Something the Huskies could certainly use. Kristen Williams has it knocked away. Fudd will get called for a travel.
And that's, you know, that turnover there, that's not that's not unusual. She hasn't played in a while. A little nerves, a little indecision, completely normal, especially for a freshman coming back from having been out for a long time with an injury.
Kiara Collier, 4 into the game for DePaul also. There's Lexi Held, one of the best in the Big East. Tries to get a pass inbounds to Morrow, and she'll get it and one.
That's the strength of Morrow, going hard to the rim. You got to be firm. See, look, and Uhas was out of position the whole time. She was off balance. She went for the steal. There's no wasted movements by Morrow. She just goes right to the rim.
And so one of the points of concern for Uconn tonight is foul trouble. That is the second on Dorky Uhas. She goes to the bench. Olivia Nelson-Adota comes back in, and here is the 6'1" freshman from here in Chicago, Anissa Morrow. That's the extra, averaging a double-double.
She's shooting 55% from the floor. As a freshman, that's outstanding to come in and adjust to a college game that's faster and stronger than the high school game. And to be that efficient is incredible.
Here's Westbrook. For some help, Nelson Adota tries to post up. Real physical fight under the glass. The double team comes to Nelson Adota. Shot running out. Kristen Williams with a nice cut and a brilliant pass by Nelson Adota.
Well, if she's doubled, see, that's a great cut by Williams, because if there's two players on Nelson Adota, somebody else is open.
Defense out of sync. And the shot is sunk by Lexi Held for the DePaul basket.
Yeah, Held is just such a savvy guard. The senior is just so solid.
Kristen Williams. Somehow that went.
There are no words for that shot.
Sometimes you gotta be lucky, not just good. She also wanted a foul call that she didn't get from outside bodies on the floor underneath. They're gonna call Nelson Adota as Morrow went to the floor hard.
Really good cut, and it wasn't the player guarding her that went and doubled. But that's a strong move, and she was just kind of lost her footing. I don't think she was fouled.
All right, so Nelson Adota will go back to the bench, and Aaliyah Edwards will come into the game. It is the first foul on Nelson Adota, but two of Uconn's three bigs with some fouls early. Daisy Flood intercepts an ill-advised pass. Kristen Williams well defended. Collier back. And now the Huskies will reset. Mule running the show. Edwards found out that Morrow's hands are very quick. Now will go off of Avina Westbrook and be DePaul's basketball. Just over 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Anissa Morrow leaving her imprint all over this game so far, the freshman. Big East Player of the Week and Freshman of the Week the last couple of times. Here she is with the ball. And that will be waved off on a travel.
Good double team that came in there from Westbrook.
Here is Caroline Ducharme back into the ball game. Good to see. A.Z. Flood will go to the bench. And so we hit 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Huskies with a 4-point lead after falling behind slightly early. 7-0 run in less than a minute gave them the advantage they haven't yielded back. Westbrook to Edwards. Got away from Morrow, but the shot didn't go.
Those are bad layups to miss.
Morrow over Edwards. That won't go. And Aaliyah with the rebound for the Huskies.
You gotta take every opportunity and not pass it up.
Nika Mule for three gets on the board. 5 points now for Mule along with Ducharme to lead the way for Uconn. Morris, no shot, might have been deflected. The fight for the rebound will be turned over to Uconn. What do you think of the pace the game's being played at so far?
You know what? I think it favors UConn. It does. It's not, helter-skelter up and down. I have to say, I've been impressed with DePaul's defense. They're not known as a defensive team. They give up a lot of points, but they've made it difficult for UConn. Active hands. They've deflected a lot of balls, and they've limited UConn's good looks.
Edwards and Morrow in a fight underneath. Kristen Williams slashes. Edwards gets the miss. Huskies will get another shot. Less than a minute to go in the quarter. Here's Williams. Kicks. Westbrook. Shot wouldn't fall. Rebound all the way out to Ducharme. 15 to shoot for the Huskies. 33 left in the quarter. Edwards knocked away from her twice.
Good help defense.
Lexi Held, she'll hold up, try and set up a last shot for the Blue Demons. Now Kiara Collier. Held, defended by Westbrook. Good hands from Mule, got the steal. She runs ahead, gets the pass from Kristen Williams, and the bucket as time expires in quarter number one. After a quick start, or quicker than the Huskies, Uconn goes on a pair of 7-0 runs to gain a 9-point advantage. Nika Mule, star of the show for the Huskies. She's got 7, including the last points of quarter number 1. 9-point lead for Uconn over DePaul here in Chicago as we get set to start quarter number 2 at Wintrust Arena. Huskies using a pair of 7-0 runs to establish that gap on the Blue Demons. Maria Marino is with a special guest.
That's right, Alan. I'm here with Uconn alum Stephanie Dolson. Nice to see you here. What's it feel like to be watching your Huskies in your house where you just recently won a WNBA title?
It's fun. I haven't gotten this opportunity to see them play here, so it's always fun for me to watch Uconn, but especially being here in Wintrust Arena brings back some good memories.
Not only the W championship, but you won Olympic gold in the 3x3 tournament. How was last year just a culmination of all your hard work?
Yeah, it's exactly that, honestly. You know, I worked really hard to lose a lot of weight to get fit and to get quick, and it all paid off. I ended up being my best self for both my teams, and so it was a great year.
I'll say, have you had a chance to watch much of Uconn this year? And if so, how do you assess how they've been doing?
Yeah, I have watched a lot. You know, obviously unfortunate injuries have plagued us, but at the end of the day, we fight every game I watch, and we pulled out some really good wins. So I enjoy watching us. Obviously, I'm biased. But yeah, so I'm excited to see this this win that we're about to get tonight.
Do you have any one memory that stands out to you from your Uconn tenure?
Not necessarily. Probably my championship when I was a senior. I mean, that was like one of the most special moments, especially because the men also won. So it was a really cool, you know, moment for both of us, both of our teams, and for the school.
You've won at every level, and we can't wait to see what you do next. In free agency, we'll be keeping an eye out. Stephanie, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alan?
Good to hear from Stephanie tonight here in Chicago.
Yeah, one of my favorites. I'm so glad she's here.
So Kristen Williams, aggressive to the rim and drew the foul on Kiera Collier. Both teams in the first quarter took 16 shots. Huskies made 9 of theirs. Blue Demons only made 5. And a result, the 9-point gap you see on the scoreboard. So you heard about Kristen Williams in the 3 games away she had. So fortunate that the Huskies have her back in the lineup for this very difficult matchup tonight. See how many minutes she's able to play comfortably, but good on the free throw there. And so now Kristen up to 6 points on the night, 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw stripe. Huskies have a little zone going here.
Which is unusual against a 3-point shooting team. Uconn will have to stretch out that defense.
Morris, no on the shot. Good rebounding there. Westbrook. Ducharme to a running Nelson Adota. It's knocked from her hands by a back-checking Anissa Morrow.
Really good fast break. Uconn giving DePaul a taste of their own medicine. Good pass. Really good hustle by Morrow. Just a little bit too much contact.
Yeah, got a hand on the ball. And a good look there at also the arm on the arm. And so that'll be the first foul on Anissa Morrow, and Olivia Nelson-Adota will go to the free throw stripe as Kristen Williams goes to the bench for Uconn for the first time in the game. We talked about this being one of the best stretches for Olivia Nelson-Adota, this run of recent play that she's had.
How about that? That double-double of points and assists.
Yeah.
It's typically points and rebounds.
Yeah, rebounds and assists, yeah.
Oh, rebounds and assists.
Yeah, we're used to seeing the points,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the points and the rebounds. Rogers, no foul called as Nelson-Adota went straight up and down. There's Morrow. She'll fight to the rim for that. 2 points.
You have to turn and get a body on her every single time the shot goes up. Nelson-Adota lucky they didn't call her second foul.
So the lead back to 9. Here's Fudd on the floor. Feeds to a cutting Nelson-Adota. She'll protect the ball, but maybe a little too much.
And that's just what the defense did. She thought it was going to get blocked.
Sonia Morris with a step back 2. Had a toe on the line.
That's how quickly DePaul brings the ball up the floor and gets the shot.
Collier bodied up Mule. Nelson-Adota with Morrow guarding her. Here's Fudd off the Nelson-Adota screen, around and out.
Ducharme was open before Fudd got the ball in the lane. They got to find her down there.
Morris almost lost the handle. And so DePaul will reset. Rogers, ball knocked from her hands by Fudd, gets it back. Tries to find Morrow underneath.
A hustle by Morrow.
Shot clock running out. Morris defended by Ducharme. Throws up a desperation shot that hits the side of the backboard. Time violation, turnover to Uconn. Now the front court pressure by DePaul again. Nika Mule, first quarter, 7 points, 3 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 3 from long range. Morrow again in on the ball, couldn't hold on to it. Nelson Adoda looking for position in the lane on Morrow. Here's the pass from Westbrook. Under, up, in.
Fans in the arena are calling for a walk there. I thought it was a really good play by Nelson Adoda. Good poise and patience.
4 points for Nelson Adoda. Morris in to Morrow. Turnaround two-pointer. Uncontested, pretty much.
She's incredibly difficult to stop in that low post.
What a nice move by Ducharme to spin away. Fortunate bounce that the ball goes back to Nika Mule. Here's Nelson Adoda on Rogers. She bodies her way to the rim.
That's the confidence that Nelson Adoda is playing with, and Doug Bruno was concerned about her coming into this game. He told us that she has owned DePaul in their last several meetings.
That's exactly the word he said. He said she's owned us, and I hope she sells. Here's Rogers with a nice soft two-pointer. Darion Rogers, all Big East freshman team a year ago, led the team in rebounds and was third in the team and made threes last season. Nelson Adoda now. Fudd. That goes for 3.
It's such a pretty stroke, but she was calling for the ball, and you knew the ball was going to get shot as soon as it touched her hands. Great shooters are prepared.
Kristen Williams, Aaliyah Edwards waiting to check in at the scorer's table. Deja Church waiting to check in for DePaul. Lexi Held from way outside for 3. Lexi Held, the senior from Northern Kentucky.
An all Big East performer, 45% three-point shooter.
There's Westbrook, defended by Morris. Now Fudd. 10 to shoot. Westbrook drives. Will draw the foul. No, she'll be called for the charge. That'll be on Westbrook.
I like the aggressive take by Westbrook. What she got there? Got to give Collier credit.
So a 7-point game as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. Morris on Kristen Williams. That shot won't go. Morrow with position on Lee Edwards.
And what Morrow did was push Edwards underneath the hoop. She's so savvy for a freshman.
Double figures already, 11 points for Anissa Morrow. Mule runs past the defending Church, kicks to a wide open Fudd. That rattles around and falls out.
What an unkind roll. I guess that's what happens on the road.
Edwards and Morrow battling inside. Held with the kick to Morris. Blocked. Held gets the miss. Morrow from outside, no. Right to Ducharme. And she will draw the foul on Held and get us to a timeout. Kristen Williams back in the lineup tonight for the Huskies. AZ Fudd back in the lineup for the Huskies as well. There's 3 for the freshman in her return to action. And Lexi Held, the senior, one of the leaders for this DePaul team, showing why against the Huskies. Huskies had a lead as large as 11. It has been cut to 5 as we are at the 4:18 mark to go in quarter number 2. Reminder that you can follow Uconn women's basketball on social media for exclusive updates and content, both on and off the court. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Uconn WBB. And you can stay up to date with the latest surrounding the Uconn women's basketball team at UconnHuskies.com. Coolmo's Court Vision, brought to you by Yale New Haven Health. Meg?
It's a great battle in the lane right here. Check out Anissa Morrow and Olivia Nelson-Ododa working so hard in the low post. Now Uconn wants to front, but look at that inside position. Ooh, how about that foul? But Morrow is just so smart and just gets herself where she wants. Look at that. See, she pushes the defender underneath, so she reads really well where the ball comes off the rim, and she pushes the defender underneath to get herself in the right position. A really, really smart player for a freshman.
To say the action in the paint has been bruising tonight, I think would be pretty fair. There's the line on Anissa Morrow so far through a quarter and a half. So the 5 on the floor for Uconn: Nelson-Ododa, Ducharme, Edwards, Mule, and Williams. It'll be Morrow, Rogers, Morris, Held, and Church, the experienced 5 for DePaul. Maria?
Hey, Alan, Coach was adamant in that last timeout about the need to box out. He said, "You're not going after the ball hard enough. I'm sick of it." Back to you.
Maria, thanks. And we know DePaul to be relentless. You'll have to be aggressive all night. Aaliyah Edwards going after it. Morrow will come away with it.
Morrow just wanted it more.
Here's Rogers from 3. Yes! Darion Rogers. Last year was the only DePaul player in double figures in the game that the Blue Demons played up at Gamble Pavilion.
Yeah, she's a deep three-point shooter. She's having a great sophomore year.
Kristen Williams in traffic has it knocked away by Rogers, gets it back. 10 to shoot. Mule calling for help. 2-1, throws it up from 3 and misses everything. Turnover, Huskies.
Gino's going to call a timeout and talk it over.
So timeout, Uconn. And coach is right up to Olivia Nelson-Ododa to have a discussion.
You know, these are moments where he wants his seniors to step up and be leaders. He needs Nelson-Ododa to be a better leader out there, particularly when things are kind of going crazy and the shot clock is expiring.
An 11-point lead down to just 2 on an 8-0 run by DePaul. Some very hockey-worthy weather tonight here in Chicago. Single digits outside. Inside, things are a little hot on the Husky bench. So 2.5 minutes. Doug Bruno's squad has whittled away this lead. And now just 2 points. They've outscored Uconn 16-9 in this second quarter. There's Morris.
They're hustling inside that low post.
That's a bucket from outside and a DePaul lead. Rogers again from long range. Shot misses, and Lexi Held gets the rebound. Trying to hit Morrow in stride, who steals the pass and puts it up and in. And the run continues, and now comes back on defense and knocks the ball away and out of bounds. Anissa Morrow is everywhere.
DePaul is just relentless. Morrow runs so hard, plays so hard. It's just effort. A terrific pass from Held. And just never stops. Great anticipation.
And Morris keeps the run going for DePaul.
Uconn looks rattled right now.
15-0 run over the last 3.5 minutes in favor of the home squad.
Why does she pick up her dribble there?
And they'll call Nika Mule for the foul as she tried to make some space for herself.
You know, picking up the dribble was the first mistake, because now you're dead. And then you get frustrated and you commit the offensive foul.
So a 5-point lead for DePaul. Here's Morris working on Fudd, steps back, and it goes for two. Sonia Morris. Kristen Williams to handle the ball now. See if this 5 on the floor can settle some things down. Not much movement at the moment either. They'll call Ducharme on an offensive foul. Lexi Held sprawls to the floor.
I think the left arm just went out a little bit too much. You can't argue the call. Defense sold it really well.
So Mule to the bench with her second foul. And the run now up to 17-0 for DePaul. Morris will go to the floor. Ball right in the hands of Fudd. She's got numbers. Ducharme ahead of everybody. And finally, the Huskies get a basket.
Yeah, from an unforced error from DePaul. But check this out.
And they fall asleep on defense. And the end-to-end pass gives Morrow an easy bucket.
It's exasperating for Gino. It's just mindless.
Westbrook working on Collier. Kristen Williams trying to flash, couldn't get it. Westbrook calls for the screen, gets it from Edwards. Fudd from the corner, no. Nobody there for the rebound for Uconn.
DePaul doing an outstanding job on the boards.
And that goes for two from Sonia Morris. Be a lot to talk about on the Uconn Women's Basketball Halftime Show presented by Duncan. Gary and Kara coming up shortly. Down to a half minute to go, down to 15 seconds to go. Here's Fudd making herself available over the top of Morrow, and there's going to be a foul on the floor underneath. That is going to be Lexi Held called for the hold, holding on to Aaliyah Edwards. So 10.5 seconds to go in this second quarter. Kristen Williams with the ball, defended by Sonia Morris. Edwards sets the screen. Williams drives all the way to the bucket and missed the layup. And that, somewhat appropriately, will be how the first half comes to an end. 21-2 run over the last 5 minutes and 48 seconds for the Blue Demons. The Huskies have gone from an 11-point lead to being down by 9 at halftime. It is DePaul 40, Uconn 31.
Hey, Gino, always such a tough game with DePaul. You guys were up 11, then they go on a 21-2 run. What happened in there?
We suck. That's what happened. So when that happens against a good team and we don't find them, we don't match up, okay, we come down, we don't run any offense. So we completely lost our composure. And that's what happens to us. And against a really good team like DePaul, every mistake you make. And then how many layups have we missed already? And, you know, you just got to play a better game than what we're playing when you're playing a good team. Simple as that. It's not that complicated.
All right, thanks. Good luck the second half.
Thoughts of Gino, and then while we were talking with Gino, Maria was visiting with Doug Bruno.
Coach, a 21-2 run for your team ending that half. What was clicking?
I think Anissa Morrow got back to work on the glass, and we just settled down. I just thought we really panicked at the end of the first quarter, and I think that the team settled down.
How about Anissa Morrow? 17 points. What is she doing so well?
Well, she just does what she always does. When her motor's alive, and she's just a great player around the basket. She's picking up loose ones around the rim.
All right, Coach, thanks and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Now, not only the freshman Anissa Morrow, but some of the seniors contributing as well. Sonia Morris knocking in a couple of more. It is a 9-point lead for DePaul at the half. It is a 9-point lead for the DePaul Blue Demons over the Uconn Huskies as the teams come back onto the floor and we come back inside Wintrust Arena with Megan Cuomo. I'm Alan Bestwick. Well, the last 6 minutes of that second quarter completely turned the picture of this ball game around, and Uconn looked like a very different team than they did the first 10 minutes of the game.
They looked bad, and DePaul wanted it more. DePaul was more aggressive. They took it to Uconn. The way I saw it, they punched, and Uconn kind of backed up a little bit. We're not used to seeing that, and Gino in the halftime interview was not happy, obviously, but let's see what adjustments they make. But they have a lot of work to do to try to stop Anissa Morrow, the outstanding freshman for DePaul. What I love about this kid is just how hard she plays, and she doesn't waste any movements, just gets right to the rim. She gets nice, strong spin move, gets by Dorka, draws the foul, and she is just a rebounding machine. She's relentless and doesn't waste any time. Runs the floor incredibly well. A great pass from Lexi Held. Dominated that first half. She will not be denied.
There are the numbers on the freshman. And you see outscoring the Huskies 29-11 in the second quarter. Coincidentally, Uconn used a 29-11 run here in this building a year ago to break open a game against DePaul. Now the Huskies have to fight back after giving up the opposite of that number. Uhas, Mule, Nelson Adoda, Williams, and Ducharme, the 5 on the floor. Kristen Williams, no. Uhas with the rebound. And a good, strong backup.
It's important for Uconn to crash the offensive glass and get second opportunities. They're not shooting the ball well on first attempts.
Held inside, Deja Church. Kristen Williams will get the deflected pass. And go end to end. Williams back in the lineup after missing the last 3 games. Has 8 points. Lexi Held, no. Rebound, waiting for somebody to go get it. It ends up in DePaul's hands. And to Anissa Morrow, who gets the bucket.
That's the perfect example of going to the ball, wanting it more. DePaul just out-hustled Uconn.
A couple of Huskies with a couple of fouls as well. Uhas with a couple of fouls. Mule with a couple of fouls. Nelson Adoda rolls. Mule will drive all the way to the bucket and doesn't even get the ball as high as the rim. She goes down in a heap up against the stanchion and is slow to get back up and rejoin play. Under and in and out and then knocked out of bounds. That'll be Uconn's ball as Darion Rogers made an athletic effort that came up shy.
Bruno's club shot 72% in the second quarter. A rare miss there on that layup attempt.
So that's 72%. Just great shooting by them that sometimes you just have to tip your cap, or bad defense, too.
It was a combination. They made some tough shots, some really good shots, but Uconn didn't defend well at all.
Here's Ducharme. Posting up Church. Too strong. Uhas with good fight for the rebound.
Another layup miss. Uconn has missed a lot inside.
Probably about 5 in the ballgame by Nelson Adoda. Strong. And no, another one that doesn't go, and Morrow gets the rebound. Church ahead of the pack, and he's going to draw the foul.
Uconn worked on that today at shoot-around. DePaul gets off to the races very, very quickly on a make or a miss, but that missed layup on the other side, they get that long outlet. Uconn didn't have anybody back, and DePaul made him pay.
So the foul on Caroline Ducharme, her second. And here is Deja Church, graduate student from the Detroit area. 3rd year at DePaul. Played the first couple of seasons at Michigan. And is 4th on the team in scoring coming in. Here is pressure in the front court.
It rattled Uconn in the first half.
The Mule calling out a play in a set on her way past. Nelson Adoda looking, defended by Morrow.
Good cut by Ducharme, they missed her.
Williams. Nelson Adoda trying to post up on Morrow. They'll get it to Uhas for 3. No. Crashing for the rebound, Nelson Adoda comes away with it.
She posted up hard, they didn't get her the ball. Nice offensive rebound.
Uhas makes herself available for the pass from Mule.
look what happens. You get an offensive rebound, and then you get an open layup.
Huskies have missed their prior 4 shots to that layup from Dorka Juhas. Here's Held. Shot wouldn't go. Ball on the floor. That was Morrow. Kept it in bounds, but kept it to Nelson Adota.
She's everywhere.
Quick. Kristen Williams, speaking of quick, yes. And one.
Maybe that can be the play. You know, got the bench up and screaming. Maybe that can get Uconn fired up to compete hard consistently. Nice hesitation by Williams, the senior doing her part.
So Kristen Williams steps to the free throw stripe, second on the team in scoring. And adds on the extra. Quickly, DePaul inbounds and right up the court. Here's Morris. Rogers calling for the ball. Morris shoots the shot, misses. Dorka Juhas, the only one there for the rebound. Ducharme cutting. Gets the bucket.
How about that catch? And there was some contact.
No foul, but a bucket.
Yep, Doug Bruno not happy.
So timeout DePaul as the Huskies go on a run, 7-0 to start this third quarter. There's a nice save you were talking about, Meg, and the up and in for Caroline Ducharme, the freshman. For the third time in the game, a 7-0 run over less than a minute for the Huskies, or around a minute, has cut the deficit down to just 2 points. It's 44-42 DePaul, 6.5 to go in the third quarter.
And they're finding different ways to score. This is an interesting play as they're bringing the ball up the floor. Now, pause it right there, right? So look at all this space back there, okay? Nelson Adota's players on the high side. Really good pass from Juhas, seeing that Ducharme had the room. Her defender was on the high side. It was an outstanding catch from the freshman. And a really good finish with a little contact.
And when we were here this morning at Uconn shoot-around, one of the points of emphasis from Gino to his team on the offensive end was what? Spacing. Spacing, spacing. And a good illustration of it there. Already made more field goals in this portion of a third quarter than they did the whole second quarter as Uconn. So Sonia Morris with the ball, working on Juhas. Blocked by Juhas, who has had a monster start to this third quarter for Uconn.
Not an easy matchup there for the 6'5" Juhas. Morris is only 5'10". Great timing.
Morrow over Nelson Adota, gets it.
That's her strength right there. You know, Nelson Adota could not have guarded that any better. Just great upper body strength and will by Morrow.
Went straight up, kept the arm straight up. Anissa Morrow continues to be the story of this game. 21 points now against 8 rebounds for the DePaul freshman. Knocked away from Nelson Adota by who else? Morrow. Numbers. Morrow. Blocked by Nika Mule.
What a block. Great timing by Mule.
Hands squarely on the ball.
Just really well timed.
Held, has the ball knocked away. Kristen Williams is out ahead of the pack.
Great active hands by Williams to come up with that loose ball. That was a big turn of events after the Nelson Adota turnover on the other end.
13 for number 13 on her return to the Uconn lineup. There's Morris. No. Nelson Adota gets a tip on the rebound. Here's Juhas. Ahead to Williams. Just a little too far.
Juhas has made so many good decisions and plays. And Gino wanted Nika Mule to go get that ball.
Rogers had to save the pass. It came in a little hot. Gets a step on Juhas. Williams comes out to help. But Darian Rogers with the bucket for DePaul. Now front court pressure. Mule gets the ball in.
It's been a physical battle between Mule and anyone guarding her all night.
Are you surprised by that? Yeah, not a bit. 5 to go. There's Uconn for 3. No. Look at the fight for the rebound. Elbows swinging, and they're going to call the foul on Anissa Morrow. No?
Caroline Ducharme got the call.
Ducharme? That's Ducharme's third. Wow. Well, Kristen Williams makes her return to the Husky lineup tonight. She's had an impact on the game.
You know, she's played so well in spurts. Great aggressive take to the basket. She's finished in the lane defensively, stepping in, stealing the ball, and finishing on the break. She has really made a positive difference in this game for her teammates. Coming back after missing those 3 games. I mean, 13 points, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Terrific minutes.
22 minutes in total for Kristen Williams so far. She's on the bench now as the Huskies go with Westbrook, Nelson Adota, AZ Fudd, Dorka Juhas, and Nika Mule as their 5 on the floor. Morris held Morrow, Collier, and Rogers, the 5 for DePaul. Collier for 3. No. Long rebound bounces off Nika Mule and out of bounds. It'll be DePaul basketball with a fresh shot clock. Rogers with a step back. No. Juhas with the rebound. Good box out by Nelson Adota on Morrow.
That is such a physical matchup with those 2 in the lane.
Isn't it? Again, just joining us, AZ Fudd making her return to action for Uconn tonight for the first time after 12 missed games. There's Mule for 3. Her second made 3 of the game, sorry.
Good timing on the 3. They've shot abysmally
Yeah.
from 3-point range.
That is 4 of 15 from long range for the Huskies in this game. That's Sonia Morris. That's good. That's a 2. A 3-point Blue Demon lead. Knocked away as Fudd tried to cut. Lexi held there, showing all of her experience. The senior from Northern Kentucky. First team all Big East last season and one of the leaders for Doug Bruno's squad. 18 to shoot for the Huskies. Fudd will need about a second to pull a trigger on a 3 and make it.
That's the difference that Fudd can make for this team, a consistent 3-point shooting threat. They have not had one all season.
5 of her 6 shots taken in the game have been from long range. She's made 2 of them. 50 apiece. Bodies on the floor underneath hard. Morrow's down. Nelson Adota's down. And Morrow has not gotten up. Hate to see this for the freshman.
It didn't look like Nelson Adota fouled her. Watch down low. She hit her a little bit with the hands, but oh, her foot just
ankles
caught
tied up
behind.
around, yeah.
And she's had knee problems throughout her career. Oh.
You know, I don't know if that was more an ankle, the way that foot was trapped, but you just never know.
It's the way her leg was bent under. It was just awkward, and you just hope she's okay.
Anissa Morrow, who has been the Big East Freshman of the Week for 9 straight weeks. Big East Player of the Week a couple of times this season, has helped to the DePaul bench.
It's been a physical matchup between these 2. I don't think anything really happened. Nelson Adota didn't really seem to do a whole lot there. It was just an awkward spill by Morrow, and unfortunate as she walks off the floor. You just hope that she's okay.
Yeah. So this with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. There is Morris, no, and Nelson Adota will get the rebound. So we'll see how this changes perhaps the tone and complexion of the game.
It's been very chippy, I told you, between Nika Mule and anyone that's guarding her. Calmer heads have to prevail right now.
Bud stops and drops.
How smooth is that stroke?
Welcome sight on the court for sure. And the top-ranked recruit of this freshman class. Held, defended by Westbrook. Nelson Adoda out as well. Here's Rogers outside the three-point line. Tries to drive. Nelson Adoda will hold her and get called for another foul.
And as a senior, Olivia Nelson Adoda, why are you out there like that? Why are you fouling the kid 20 feet from the basket? And that's why Gino is exasperated.
So that's 2 on Nelson Adoda, 2 on Mule, 2 on Uhas, and 3 on Ducharme, who's on the bench. Morris, 10 to shoot. Held, will fire. No. And a long rebound to Nika Mule. Had for maybe a fraction of a step ahead of the pack, but Lexi Held was keeping watch for DePaul. Under 2 to go, quarter number 3, a 2-point Uconn lead.
Well, you can't dribble once and pick it up, then you're dead.
10 to shoot. Nelson Adoda now steps out. Inbounds to Uhas, who has a clear size advantage on Kiera Collier. That's 6'5" on 5'6".
Especially when the 5'6" kid falls to the floor.
It helps free things up a little. Rogers kicks to Held. Will let a 3 fly, and that'll go. Nothing but net for Lexi Held.
Wow, incredible shot by Held. 45% three-point shooter.
So 8 on the night for the senior. Minute to go, quarter number 3. Huskies have outscored the Blue Demons by 10 in this third quarter. Nelson Adoda looking to post up. Ball knocked away from her. It'll go to Mule. Everybody's looking away. She loses control, runs into a knee with her shoulder or face on the way down, is down behind the play while DePaul has the ball. 45 seconds to go. Collier. No. Westbrook with the rebound. 30 seconds to go. And a whistle for Nika Mule, who is holding her left wrist, it looks like, in front of the Uconn bench, and a timeout.
A good timeout to slow things down. You watch her going through.
Took a hip. Collier's hip.
A lot of contact there.
And is holding her hand as she came up. So 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kristen Williams back in, makes some space, missed the shot.
I don't understand why she shot that with her right hand like that.
Being a left-handed shooter. So now 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Sonia Morris with the ball. She will drive on Fudd, lose control. Ball's on the floor. There's going to be a foul called on Fudd. And Morris is very slow to get up off the floor.
This is one of the more physical games.
Isn't it, though?
These two teams, both well coached, play so hard.
Asia Church trying to get a shot off before the buzzer. Does so, it doesn't fall. So the Huskies outscore the Blue Demons by 10 points in quarter number 3. The big story of the game, the departure of Anissa Morrow to the locker room with 3 minutes to go in this quarter. Huskies behind after 2. Rally in the third, outscore the Blue Demons by 10. Kristen Williams on her return to the lineup, having a solid night, and Anissa Morrow dominating the game before she departed from the lineup with 3:01 to go in quarter number 3. She is back on the floor to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was her right knee that she fell awkwardly, and the foot was stuck underneath her body, and thankfully she's back in the game. That's great news. You never like to see a kid get hurt.
No, and she will get the ball right away and go after Olivia Nelson Adoda and draw the foul.
I mean, she goes so hard, and both kids working hard in that low post. She creates the contact often. And Nelson Adota's saying, what else am I supposed to do?
The one error she made there, she dropped that right arm. So Anissa Morrow now to 22 points in the game. Make it 23. Leading scorer in the ball game. 23 points, 9 rebounds, and now full court pressure here by DePaul. One-point ball game as we go to the fourth quarter here in Chicago. Let's check in with Maria Marino.
In that last huddle, Gino said, when we call something, you have to execute. Do what you're good at. Case in point, Kristen Williams shooting with her right hand. He looked at her and said, shoot it with your left. Play to your strength.
Now, Lazy Fudd's playing to her strengths, Maria.
Yeah.
Another drain three for the freshman as Rogers misses from outside, but who else fighting for the rebound underneath? Anissa Morrow. And they're going to call a foul again on Nelson Adota. That'll be her fourth.
See, Morrow is so smart in the position that she gets, and she will not let herself get moved.
So some foul trouble beginning to stack up for the Huskies. Held with the quick catch and release, misses everything. Ducharme just back into the game. Remember, she's got 3 fouls and 9 points on the night. Nina Westbrook running the show. Nika Mule is on the bench also. Now Fudd. There's Uhas on Morrow. That'll be on Fudd.
That's a terrible call. I appreciate the hard work of Held, but that's a bad call.
All right, well, it is DePaul basketball. Trailing by 1. Morrow stripped. Good read by A.Z. Fudd to take the ball away, then gets caught, but Kristen Williams comes away with it.
She lost the handle and avoided the turnover.
Williams kicks to Westbrook. Knocks it down from outside.
Huge 3 by Avina Westbrook. Hasn't done much this game. Her team needed that bucket.
First points of the night for Westbrook as Morris misses. Williams will have the rebound for Uconn. Ducharme ahead of the pack, but Williams will take it herself and kick. Fudd. No, yes, I did go. Timeout, DePaul.
So how about that? Gino said that she might play today. Well, Fudd is playing and playing well and contributing big. She's giving the Huskies a lead here in the fourth.
An 8-0 run over 1:25 has given Uconn a 62-55 lead over DePaul, and A.Z. Fudd's been the star of the show.
Well, how about a smart play there, and she avoided the turnover. But the nice help defensively. Westbrook knocked down her only 3 of the game, and boy, was it perfectly timed. And Ducharme with a pretty pass. Even with a hand in the face, the bench was up and screaming. And CD saying, Nika, get off the floor.
In the first half, from three-point range, Uconn was 3 of 12. They're now 7 of 18. They've found a way to sink some long-range shots, something very much needed in a game as physical in the paint as this has. You knock down some long-range shots, it creates space inside, too.
And they're demoralizing to the other team when you knock down threes.
7-point Husky lead. Rogers. Collier wide open. And gets it for 3.
You wonder, how is she that wide open?
Somebody went to help and didn't communicate to somebody else, most likely. So here is Westbrook, guarded by Kiera Collier. Uhas to a cutting Fudd for 2.
impressed at how Fudd has stepped in after weeks off and looks so calm and comfortable out there.
Held, drives around Fudd. And the senior scores a couple. Held now into double figures on the night after being held kind of quiet on the score sheet for a lot of this game. And why not? Because Anissa Morrow was doing so much damage inside. Ten to shoot. Uhas. Patient. Oh, just wouldn't go. A little flat on the shot.
She was a little, I think she was tentative when she took that shot too.
And Morris drains a three for DePaul.
Gosh, the senior all Big East performer with a huge three.
Christian Williams will be called for the charge. Held will take the foul.
I've never seen so many charge calls in my life. I think Williams has a legit argument there.
So AZ Fudd will go to the bench. Nika Mule will come back in. 6.5 to go in the ball game. It is a 1-point Uconn lead. Nelson Adota will come back in. Dorka Uhas will go to the bench for the Huskies. Remember Olivia Nelson Adota with 4 fouls. And she and Anissa Morrow have had quite the wrestling match underneath. That'll be Nelson Adota to get the better of it.
Great steal that time by Nelson Adota. The key here is for Uconn to execute something offensively.
Kristen Williams to Nelson Adota. They're going to call a travel.
I suppose that's better for Gino and his team that they called the travel and not a foul. She did walk. It's a good call.
So a turnover by the Huskies. This game of runs we've seen from the teams back and forth and back and forth. There's Sonia Morris over Caroline Ducharme, who will get called for her 4th foul.
She guarded it really well until the end when she brought her arms down. They switched. See that right hand coming down. Just keep your arms up. There's no point. Just, alter the shot. You don't have to try to block it.
So Sonia Morris, the senior from St. Louis. Shooting free throws as you see some of the foul troubles on the Husky side of the scoring table.
It's fascinating. Ucon's got 16 fouls. DePaul has 6.
Pressure. 5 seconds. Turnover.
I mean, that look says it all. They worked on this today in shoot-around, and it's now just about execution. Momentum in DePaul's favor right now.
It's one of those lulls that Gino gets so frustrated by his team. 1 point, DePaul lead. Rogers just throws a prayer up to the rim and gets it.
Well, Deshaun Rice, they didn't foul.
This time the Huskies inbound and break the pressure rather quickly. Dorka Uhas at the scorer's table to check back in. Ducharme, no, and Morrow there for the rebound. Halfway through quarter number 4, it's become a 3-point DePaul lead. Long rebound to Morris. And the Blue Demons will get another chance.
Once again, DePaul wanting the ball more.
Morris picked up her dribble. Gets some help from Collier. 4 to shoot. Collier gets away from Ducharme. Around and out. And Nelson Adota gets the rebound.
They're home. They should get that roll.
Unlucky. Gino calling a play. 20 to shoot. 4.5 to go in the ball game. Huskies need a bucket here, it kind of feels like, huh? 9-0 run here for DePaul.
Without a doubt.
The Mule. Gets it.
I thought that was going to be another layup that Uconn missed here tonight.
You tried to. But the friendly roll ends the 9-0 run for DePaul. Here's Held, gets around Mule, and puts one in.
That was a great move by Held. She used Nika Mule.
3-point ball game. Caroline Ducharme between defenders to the bucket.
Speaking of using, great move by the freshman.
11 points now for Caroline tonight. Morrow screens off Williams, runs to the paint, tries to get the foul on Nelson Adota, gets the rebound over Nelson Adota, puts it up and in.
How did she get that rebound? That's the question. Just extra effort.
1-2. 25 points for the freshman, along with 12 rebounds for Anissa Morrow.
The pass got there late, and Ducharme was open.
Off the screen from Nelson Adota, and they'll call the foul on the floor.
The first block call we've seen all night.
It's going to be on Kiara Collier. So that'll be her second foul. Two coaches, fast friends, longtime rivals. We were very much told by Doug Bruno, don't confuse our friendship for not wanting to beat the other guy.
Oh, absolutely.
So Caroline Ducharme at the free throw stripe misses the first. It's 3 of 6 from the free throw line tonight for the Huskies. Makes the second. And a timeout for AZ Fudd to come into the ball game. So it's Mule, Ducharme, Uhas, Williams, and Fudd, the 5 for the Huskies. Morrow, Collier, Held, Morris, and Church, the 5 for DePaul. Long range 3, no. Rebound right into the hands of Morrow. She'll get a foul on Uhas, going back up with the rebound, and now Dorka Uhas has 3 fouls.
Now, Morrow, works so hard. We know that. See, she's pushing. But watch Uhas. Her hands are straight up. Well, she came down a little bit. I guess that's why they called it. But she can't do much more than that.
So 25 and 13 for the freshman Anissa Morrow.
She still looks to be favoring.
That was a little awkward, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it looks like she's now favoring the left knee.
Makes both ends, and a whistle, and she will come to the sideline. That's not who the sub was being sent in for. And she calls off Doug Bruno and says, no, I'm good.
My man Doug, he's looking at her like, as long as you have 2 legs and one hasn't fallen off, honey, you have to stay out there.
Now think about it. They've got 73 points. She's got 27.
And she's a competitor. She doesn't want to come out.
No, playing Uconn. Ducharme through the double team and gets the bucket.
The quickness of that shot was what impressed me.
14 for Ducharme, second on the Huskies scoring line tonight. AZ Fudd with 15 leading the way for Uconn. Here's Morris. Huskies with a little zone defense going here. Morris over Kristen Williams, no. Who else for the rebound? Back up, no. And AZ Fudd will come away with the ball for the Huskies. Coming down to 2 minutes to go in this ball game. Ducharme.
Got it! She wanted that ball. She was standing there in the corner with her hands up, calling for it.
That's a 3. Huskies lead by 1. Sonia Morris with patience floats a nice 2-pointer. And the hesitancy to pick up the ball gives DePaul a chance to set up the full court pressure.
I love the toughness of Morris, knocking down big shots when they need them.
19 for the senior. Here's Kristen Williams. Over Morrow and 1.
What a smart play by Williams to see there was no help on that backside. Slow to get up. See, look how wide open that lane is. Nobody there. Good finish.
Oh,
got
wow.
whacked in the head.
That's a hard shot to the jaw. So Nelson Adota back in, Uhas out, and Kristen Williams up and stepping to the free throw stripe for the Huskies.
Notice Aaliyah Edwards has not played since the first half.
1 point Husky lead. Here's Williams. No, Nelson Adota grabs the rebound.
How about that offensive rebound by Nelson Adota? If they score here, it's all credit to that rebound.
Nelson Adota playing with 4 fouls. Nathan Mule looking for some help. Lexi Held will foul her.
You know, I like that call by Joe Facili because Held is a tough competitor, scrappy. They've been fouling all game. You can't call every one. Doug Bruno obviously doesn't agree with that.
6 fouls on Uconn, 3 fouls on DePaul in this quarter. Williams on the give and go from Duchamp. Kristen Williams.
Nice aggressive take to the basket. Good time for Uconn to execute half-court offense.
3-point Husky lead as we come down to 1 minute to go in the ball game. Morris with the shot. No. Williams for the rebound.
I like how the guards are coming down and helping to rebound.
There's Nika Mule on Morris. That is going to be a timeout by Uconn. 51.2 to go. In a 3-point ball game, we thought this was going to be a thriller tonight here at DePaul. That these Blue Demons from Doug Bruno's squad were going to give Uconn all they could handle, and they have.
And we talked so much off the top of the show about how defensively DePaul is not one of the better teams in the country. Well, they haven't played that way here tonight. They have played tremendous defense and given Uconn fits.
And Kristen Williams playing a lot of minutes and making an impact on the score sheet in her return to the lineup.
Nice pass from Duchamp, the little flip. Terrific, aggressive take. Williams has played so well late in the game. Lead changes. Gone are the days where people can say, Uconn won by too much.
And it's been a game of runs. Remember that Uconn had 3 7-0 runs and an 8-0 run, and DePaul had the massive run to go from way behind to way ahead. Just a fabulous ball game, and now we've got 51 seconds left to decide it.
And right now, it's all about toughness and execution. Who's going to be tougher and not make those silly mistakes? Right now for Uconn, it's execution.
So Fudd will inbound the ball for the Huskies to Nelson Adota. Defended by Anissa Morrow. Mule will come get it, and it'll be a foul as Collier tried to fight through.
And Collier made a look, this incredulous face, like she punched her in the face. I love it. Great competition, working hard.
Gary and Kara are going to have a lot to talk about after this one. However, it turns out the Uconn Women's Basketball postgame show coming up on SNY. Stay with us. Careless inbound play.
And the problem with that pass is Nelson Adota then commits the foul.
And she's done.
And that's it. That's 5. It was just a bad pass.
Now, will the careless mistake be what cost the Huskies their streak?
Well, you know, a moment ago, right now, it's all with 44 seconds left now. It's execution and not making the silly mistakes. And there, give DePaul credit, stepping in, and Anissa Morrow created that turnover by stepping in and getting the ball, stealing it.
And of all the things she's done tonight for this DePaul team, the freshman Morrow, she's been perfect from the free throw stripe. That's 6 for 6 with 1 yet to go. Missed that one. And Uhas will grab the rebound, and Uconn will call a timeout. Well, we talked about Kristen Williams making a return to the lineup for Uconn and showing up a lot on the scoreboard. How about AZ Fudd, the freshman, back for the first time after missing 12 games?
I love the 2 dribble, pull up, A great pull-up from 3. And then the extra pass from Ducharme in the corner. Boy, she just makes it look so easy.
6 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 6 from long range tonight. 1 rebound, 1 assist. Has turned the ball over 3 times. But again, a freshman and hasn't played since November.
And this is by far the most difficult game mentally that Fudd has played in college.
So Olivia Nelson-Dota has fouled out. On the floor for the Huskies, Dorka Juhas to inbound the ball. Mule, Ducharme, Fudd, and Williams. Now Nika Mule will reset. Counting down toward 30 seconds to go in this ball game. Defended by Kiera Collier, looking for help. Will go it alone. Cut off. They're going to call a travel. Turnover by the Huskies with 24 seconds to go in the ball game.
It's 2 possessions, they turn the ball over. And why did she stop? That's the question. Why did she pull up?
So the Uconn Huskies looking to keep alive a streak of 166 consecutive conference wins. That includes postseason tournaments. A streak that goes back to March 12th, 2013, and a loss to Notre Dame. So now, 23 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. DePaul trailing by 2.
So obviously UConn cannot give up a 3. DePaul's such a dangerous 3-point shooting team. They just cannot give up an uncontested 3. I mean, this is just, you know, Doug Bruno called Nika Mule a junkyard dog defender. Well, this is where she's got to get down, get in her stance, all of her teammates, and just play good defense. And for Bruno and his team, it's about execution and getting the shot. And I would imagine they're going to take the shot in enough time where they'll allow Morrow to do her work. Should they miss, get an offensive rebound and put it back.
So it will be Darion Rogers to inbound the ball for DePaul. They have Collier, Held, Morris, and Morrow, the 5 on the floor.
Matchup for Juhas against Morrow.
Here's Held on Mule.
Great man-to-man.
Here's Morrow driving. Juhas got a hand up. They're going to call a foul.
Of course they are. Thought her arms were up. She came down. That's a good call. That right arm again.
So here is Anissa Morrow with a chance to tie the game with 8.6 seconds to go.
You're not going to get the whammy this time like you did last time, huh?
Don't hang that on me.
Still 8.6 seconds.
Tie. Timeout UConn.
That's a lot of time, 8.6.
Time for things to go right, time for things to go wrong.
Well, think about it. DePaul doesn't want to foul, so why not dribble hard up the floor and take it to the rim? They don't want to foul you.
So who are you going to draw it up to go to for UConn? You've had AZ Fudd on the floor, 6 of 10, 3 of 6. Caroline Ducharme, 17 points, 7 of 11. Kristen Williams.
I think I'm thinking Williams. You know, she's a great game. She's a senior. She's been in this position many times.
The experience.
Experience is a lot at this point in the game.
8.6 seconds to go in Chicago. Can the Huskies stay undefeated in Big East play? Will we have overtime? AZ Fudd to inbound the ball. Get it in. Here's Mule. Clock is running. They get it in the hands of Ducharme. She'll drive. Up. Ducharme. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Officials have stopped play. Are they going to look and see how much time is left on the clock, or are they going to check something else? There are a number of things they can check here.
In the meantime, let's take a look and see that last play. I mean, because of the timeout that was called, UConn gets the ball at the hash mark in front of their bench. So that that helps because it obviously takes away the full court play. It took a long time to get the ball in, and then one-on-one, the gutsy freshman Ducharme. What a veteran play by the freshman.
Totally put about 1.8 on the clock, if that's what they're looking at. Caroline Ducharme.
There was never any doubt, no hesitation. It's just a gutsy play.
So they put 1.6 seconds on the clock. DePaul has no timeouts. And the length of the floor to go to try and tie or win the ball game against UConn. Here we go.
The big body of Dorka Juhas on the ball.
Morrow, the lead. UConn is going to escape with the win by 2.
Wow. That's a happy group, and they should be happy. Devastating one for Doug Bruno and the Blue Demons. They played outstanding basketball. UConn just played enough play and made enough plays at the end.
In the fourth quarter, the Huskies outscored the Blue Demons by 1. After needing to rally in the third quarter, Anissa Morrow gave it her all, 30 points and 14 rebounds, including leaving the floor for a few minutes at the end of the second quarter injured. And for UConn, 4 players in double figures. Caroline Ducharme will be the lead scorer for the Huskies in the game and will get the game winner with 1.6 seconds to go. So the Huskies go to 167 consecutive wins in conference play by 2 tonight here in DePaul. Maria.
Coach, Caroline Ducharme on that final possession, is that how you drew it up?
Well, we drew it up that she was going to get it. That's not exactly how it played out, though, because they did a pretty good job of defending it. But we just knew we were going to get the ball in her hands at the end of the game. And she just made a great play, you know. You can come up with all the plays you want, but you got to get the ball into people's hands that you trust that can make a bucket under pressure. And, you know, there's nobody better at going to the basket than Caroline.
Always a hard-fought battle with Doug Bruno's squad. #1 offense in the country, one of the best players in the country. How about the effort of your team to keep pace with them?
Yeah, I thought defensively we did a really, really good job for a lot of the game. They're an impossible team to defend, you know. When they get hot and they go on rolls, they just don't miss. They don't miss anything. But, you know, the second half, you know, we seemed to have an answer for everything. We made big shots. Obviously, we got a huge lift from AZ. You know, that's just the way it's going to be this year, you know. We're going to have to grind it out. And they're a great team. They're a great team. And this was a great win for us. You know, this was a really, really, really great win for us.
Not only AZ Fudd, but you get Kristen Williams back as well. What kind of lift did they provide?
Well, you know, when we can get Kristen going to the basket, you know, when we get her some room and going to the basket, that's when she's at her best, you know. So for somebody who hasn't played a lot and just came back and only had a couple practices with us, I thought she was tremendous. And I can't say enough about, you know, her effort, a couple great finishes that she had. You know, pretty much everybody contributed something, and that's what it's going to take in these kind of games.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Alan?
Okay, Maria, our player of the game presented by Cadillac has to be Caroline Ducharme scored the game winner, was team high in points on the game, and the moment was not too big. Huskies rallying back from being down by 11 at the start of the second half and cap it off with Caroline Ducharme with 1.6 seconds to go.